Hello YouTube, my name is Michael Everett and welcome back to my channel. Now this is going to be my third reaction to this season of Doctor Who, and I've been running into a lot of issues with copyright situations, and now I'm very much new at this reacting channel stuff, so it's not necessarily something that like comes completely easy to me. So I'm figuring it out, and I'm trying to find a way to provide a reaction without it being demonetized in the future or taken down completely or result in some kind of copyright strike. So what I'm doing is, with this video and subsequent videos going forward, what I think I'm going to do is provide more of a shortened reaction. Now, I do plan on saving all of these reactions as like a long form version that I could like later upload to a future website, a Patreon, something like that. But for now, they're just going to be kind of sidelined. Once that side of things is set up, I will let everybody know and kind of have that set and going so that if you wanted a full-length reaction, you could get it. But from this video going forward, they're going to be kind of short. And by short, I mean like I'm going to try to trim it down to about like 5 to 10 minutes of actual reaction. So if I miss your favorite part or there's something that's missing from the episode, don't get mad at me. I'm just doing my best to avoid these copyright issues that I've been running into. They've been making editing a nightmare, and I'm not used to that. Any of the videos I've edited in the past, whenever I've had work or something, it's been pretty much copyright free, so I've never had to work with copyrighted material before. So from this video forward, expect reactions to be kind of shorter, and that's just going to be kind of how I do things. So as far as Doctor Who Season 2 goes, so far 2 episodes in, I'm very much impressed with Belinda as a character. I'm very much impressed with the quality of the episodes that we've gotten so far. This one looks kind of scary, a little spooky, a little on the dark side, and apparently there's going to be some kind of a returning villain. They've been pretty hush about it on the internet, so I'm trying my best to avoid spoilers and just go into it as blind as I can. But I know that there should be some kind of returning enemy of some sort, and it should be a little bit more shocking. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into it. This is Doctor Who, Episode 3 of Season 2, The Well. Alright, so this is picking up right after the last episode, like immediately after. I really do love how sentimental he is. I mean, if you're going to trust anybody, it's going to be the Doctor.
Girl, you are beginning to enjoy this. At last. Come on.
Not toxic. Wait, how do they know to put on these, like, spacesuit outfits? I do think it's interesting that they just, like, hop right into it. God, the scene, I swear, this season has been a really good job about, like, scenery. They just jumped right onto this planet. God, that's so pretty. I want that as, like, a background. Oh, the psychic paper. They haven't brought that back in a while. Who is it? Just some girl.
You, do not move.
That's
Eyes on
cool.
me at all times. Do you understand?
Like an AI translator. Why couldn't they do this with the space babies instead of doing the whole, like...
It's okay.
Okay, so she doesn't know anything about what's going on.
Belle, be careful of her.
I can show it.
Oh, period.
I know you've had a terrible time. We're gonna do everything we can to help.
I love her as a character. She's just so calming
That's so kind.
and kind. Is there... Oh. There's something off about Miss Thing. At first I trusted her, and now I don't know if I trust her.
But Earth is part of the Foundation right now. That's a fact.
Your tests are very strange. Now,
Okay.
see if you can revive
So
the baseline
Earth is
Saturn index for me.
gone in this timeline.
Have you ever heard of
What the fuck was that? God, that was a jump scare.
What is it? What happened?
Not a fan of that.
I thought
Miss Thing knows something.
He said to me that everyone.
Whoa! What happened?
What is it?
Every time that scares me. I don't like the jump scares. Like, ugh. They play that loud fucking noise.
Twice now. What did you see?
Please, can you tell me what you're saying?
I'm sorry, Alice. I didn't mean to scare you. I thought I saw something behind you.
But there isn't, isn't there? Look at me. I'm all clean.
They're terrified of Miss Alice.
It's just me.
What did it look like?
Well, it didn't. It's an empty room. There's no one there.
You thought you saw a person?
Well, I didn't, did I? You know, I've got this dirty.
All the same. Stay where you are, Alice Family.
Where exactly am I going to go?
Keep it calm, thank you.
What?
Nothing.
I am thoroughly scared. I'm completely quiet. Just because I'm like completely worried and I want to know what's happening. I hate that like we can't see it. I could pause it and like look, but I will do that after the episode ends. I mean, I'm sure it'll pop up at some point. It's giving Midnight Monster.
And I've seen it before.
Terrified.
You will be quiet or you will be considered a threat to life.
Jeez. They're real aggressive. I mean, I understand why,
You will
but...
stay looking at me.
It was an exotic star, but that's ancient history, 400,000 years ago. The sun burnt out the wars.
Oh.
All the carbon off the surface.
Oh, it is the Midnight.
When you say
Oh, it's 100% Midnight. What was this planet called? Midnight?
What is this planet called?
6767.
The old name. 400,000 years ago, what was the planet called?
It was called Midnight.
Oh, yes.
I've been here before.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm shaking. Oh my god. Oh, that was a reveal. We love that. Oh shit. Okay, so she knew that this thing was behind her this whole time, and that's why she was acting funny.
Something is standing behind. Then why don't we get rid of
Oh
it?
my god.
Because if you kill me,
It'll be in front of you.
it go behind
Yeah,
me.
period. What do you mean? This guy is kind of a dick.
Then I'm declaring a red code.
Send down Shire Castalion right now.
I think that we should all...
Oh my god.
You will be silent or you will be shot.
You don't want to shoot him. Okay, so he's gonna shoot this person, and then
Clearly, and I maintain...
he's gonna go back there and get got, and he's gonna deserve it because he's being a jerk. He is at 11 o'clock.
If it exists,
It's gonna kill him,
we will bring this entity. Prepare to engage.
and they're both gonna die. He's gonna step over there and die, and he's gonna deserve it. Oh. Oh my god. He's literally killing all these people. Yo, they're all dying because of this man.
Turn 180.
Yep, kill him. Oh yeah, that's... He was running around getting all these people killed. He just got like 6 people killed. And himself because that lady took control. Oh my god, though. I think like this monster does this thing where it's like playing with people's emotions. This isn't like sad crying, this is scared crying.
if the thing behind you always gets destroyed, what if the thing behind you is you?
A mirror.
Shire, left-hand pipe vent.
Oh wow. Do we ever get to see it?
Run!
Okay, so we never get to see it. I don't know if I'm okay with never being able to see it. Oh, well, don't tease us like that.
What was that?
Was it on the ship? Was it on the thing with her?
Doctor, what happened?
It's on one of them. Is it in Belinda? Oh god, it's on Belinda.
I swear it's not me. It really isn't me. It really
Oh
isn't.
god. So she's gonna shoot Belinda to get to that thing. Oh god. Shit. Okay, now it's in her. She's gonna jump down that well. Wow, what a hero.
Officer Shire Castalion never looked back.
Why am I emotional about this lady?
Across the galaxy with one aim: to do.
Damn. This thing always kills somebody as sacrifice versus like actually murdering them.
What's happened to the Earth?
Yeah, they need to know what's going on with the Earth. God, they're such a good duo.
Nuke the site from orbit, never to return.
And this doctor, what do we know about
It's about to be Miss Flood. Freaking Miss Flood. So what is Miss Flood's situation? So now she's...
Excuse me.
I mean, last time it ended up being like an angel of death. So what is Miss Flood?
What? Nothing. What is it?
All right, so that was The Well, and I swear every episode this season, it's on an incline. I'm a little worried about next week's because next week's is going to be a kind of like a go back to Earth and see what Ruby's up to. So I have like a, I'm not afraid of what's going to be about, but like I'm kind of like, I'm not sure I can hit the highs of this episode. This episode had everything you would ever want in a sequel to Midnight, in that it reintroduced that monster, showed that it was still alive even after 400,000 years. It had just as much fear factor to it that the original did, but this time it put it more in a sci-fi setting. I know that originally it was like a sci-fi setting and that they were on this distant planet, on this train that was going to like a spa on a planet made of diamonds. And what I find interesting though is that this time they put it in like the context of like a war situation. They tried to actually fight it versus just arguing amongst each other. In the original, they kind of like went back and forth at each other, but this time they actually tried to fight it versus just like waiting until somebody sacrificed themselves. Granted, somebody did sacrifice themselves in the end and it didn't work out, but this episode did everything that I would have wanted in a Midnight sequel. And I think part of me is happy that they didn't really show the full monster because we never really even get to see it in Midnight. And I think showing it would have created I wouldn't say it would ruin the original Midnight, but it, like, let's say the monster was kind of like stupid looking. Then you would think back and be like, really? That's what was in them? Like, it just creates kind of like it makes you rethink the original. And I think in this one, they introduced like another psychic, kind of attribute that it has. So instead of like copying somebody and learning from them, it actively was doing stuff to them, like breaking those people's necks. Gotta say though, that girl going up that thing, I think she was still infected with it. And I don't think there's just one, because obviously the lady that sacrificed herself killed one of them or took it down in the well with her. But who's to say that it couldn't climb out of the well like it did originally? So I don't think she fully thought that through. I think her reasoning was sound, like, oh, if it's behind me, then if I fall backwards, I'll land on it, it'll die, and I'll take it with me. Just kind of like the original one where it was like, oh, let me take it out of this airlock. But in the end, it kind of just resulted in her death. That was terrifying. The acting was amazing. I think the doctor's crying this time around was not out of sadness, which it usually is. This time it was out of complete fear. And I think the complete fear version of his crying is much more effective in conveying that emotion. He was terrified. And so was everybody else. And when that thing was on Belinda, what I thought was going to happen is I thought she was going to shoot her and then the thing would have went like, and then they would have found it on the ground dead or something. But what actually happened is it attached itself to her and then she went and sacrificed herself. Regardless, that was an amazing episode for Doctor Who. I think last week I said that Lux was my favorite episode of the New Who era. I think this just one-upped it. I think that this episode just one-upped every single episode in the rest of the series. That was a phenomenal episode as far as like the acting, as far as the scenery. Like, it's like they took everything about season one-upped it and made it even better. I think it's also amazing that they still have it alive and they still have it as a threat. I think leaving the Midnight Monster as a possible future antagonist is still something to behold. Like, in this sense, what caused it to come back is that they were drilling into the core of this planet, and they basically unearthed it, and it came after them. In the future, they could just say, oh, there's this shipping container from 6767 and it brought a monster with it, and he could fight it again, and maybe this time see it, or maybe not, maybe just leave it up in the air for future generations. There are monsters like Sutekh who appeared 20, 40, 60 years ago, who are just now coming back now. So I think bringing this back from almost 15 years ago and like having it be an antagonist now is a great thing, but it kind of leaves the door open for future use of that monster. I don't think we'll be seeing it again this season. I don't think it's going to be like something that stays with us the rest of the season, but I think it does, allow us to have that extra monster antagonist in the background for possible future use, 20, 30, 40 years down the line if we want to. Hopefully not that far, but we were told beforehand, like I remember watching like a preview of the season, and Russell T Davies was like, hey, episode 3, don't get on the internet. And when I tell you it is 2 p.m. my time the next day, so this would have premiered like 12 hours ago, I have been off the internet, and I was so scared of seeing something. And all I saw was that ending shot of, like, I was scrolling on Twitter and I ended up seeing that girl getting on the ship, and then it said like max container 4 people, and it said, I think this is going to come in handy or something like that. I'm not sure where that's going. I had heard rumors that this was going to be the Midnight Monster, and I think when they got onto the planet and he mentioned, one of the people mentioned galvanic rays or something, and the Doctor kind of looked to the side and like looked back, and I immediately knew it was the Midnight Monster, and immediately was so excited to see what this was going to be. And I am not sad about it. I think they did such a fantastic job with this episode. As far as the rest of the season goes, I'm still curious about what's happened to Earth. I mean, obviously there's going to be some kind of like Earth explosion, some kind of taken a reality thing that Mrs. Flood has done. But with Miss Flood appearing in this story as well, saying, oh, does he have this? It's the Vindicator. And oh, what a smart guy. I knew he had that. It makes me think that she has to be some kind of god of stories or something, because it sounds to me like she's creating a story for him to fall in line behind. And hell, maybe this whole series, maybe even his first series and this series, ends up just being a story. And that's my prevailing theory about this entire season, is that it is just a story, and that at the end we're going to find out that everything since Ncuti got introduced has been fake. And not that it's been fake, but that they've been living a reality that isn't the actual reality of the Doctor. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes back to the 60th anniversary when Jodie Whittaker regenerated and became the 10th Doctor again. You know what I mean? Like, it was one of those things where it feels like a storyteller would have taken over that. But, we'll see what happens the rest of the season. I'm very much excited. Next week, I know it's going to be another monster story, but this time featuring more Ruby Sunday. And it looked like there's a little bit of Doctor and Belinda in there. And I'm just, I'm wondering how they handle that, and if there's anything that they can do. Maybe they'll answer the question of why they can't just go to Earth like a couple years before and see what's going on. Maybe there's some kind of explanation behind that, which I'm very much looking forward to hearing. But yeah, if I were to rate this episode, this is a 10 out of 10 episode. It had the scaries, it had the drama, it had the murder, it had the shooting, it had the sci-fi, it had the monster. Everything about this episode was exactly what I wanted from Doctor Who. So more of this, please, because that actually left me shaking in my boots, and I need more of that. Yeah, and just as a reminder, like this was a shorter reaction. I'm gonna be doing shorter reactions, but I will be saving the full length reaction. And to be completely frank with you, it's gonna be shorter than I want it to be. Like, I want to post like a 20-minute video, but the copyright strikes are kind of getting in the way. So going forward, it's gonna be shorter reactions, but like more commentary after and before. But with that being said, I appreciate you all very much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.